Hey guys, it's Sims4Master and welcome to this brand new The Sims 4 speed build. So today I'm building the industrial mansion, and yeah, that's my latest house which I've built in The Sims 4. It's very modern, very big, pretty big actually for what I normally build, and it has a really industrial look to it, and that's also why I decided to name it the Industrial Mansion. But yeah, as you've probably noticed so far in 2016, I've not uploaded that many videos yet. It has mainly been news regarding like new stuff packs that have been announced. I have done one speed build, which is not that much, for like 1 month and like 1 week, so therefore I felt kind of bad, but the reason for that was that I was kind of reinventing my channel. Of course, it's a new year. That means that you kind of make plans for the new year, and I did not have time to do that in December. I was very busy with videos and school then, and therefore I couldn't really come up with new things as well. And then therefore I decided to take January, or at least the new year, to come up with new ideas for my channel, how to grow, but also just simply how to increase the quality of the videos, what kind of videos I'm going to make, and new intros is what I've been working on as well, or at least coming up with ideas for new intros, a new banner, a new logo. So far those last two have not been implemented yet, but you have seen the intro, and I'm very curious to hear from you what you think of it. Please let me know if you like it and if you have any tips, because I'm definitely going to change some parts of it. It's definitely not what is going to be the final intro, but yeah, I've just been playing around in Adobe After Effects, which is kind of a hard program to learn, but yeah, I'm currently trying to figure out what it works like, and this is what I've made so far. But yeah, Adobe After Effects allows me to make quite some fancy intros, but the point is that I don't have that much inspiration for intros at this moment. But I felt like this would be pretty cool, but I still want to change some parts to it because it's not really perfect yet in my opinion. But anyways, about the house, it's the Industrial Mansion like I said, so therefore it's quite a big house. It's pretty modern, it has quite some industrial feel to it, especially in the interior, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I just really like that modern industrial look to a house. It makes it really, yeah, kind of hipster vibe. Yeah, I just like it, and I don't build that very often, and we have quite some items which really allow us to build such a house, so therefore I decided to make it now. And I was inspired by like yeah, a website on the internet, obviously, of like an architecture firm in, I believe it was South Africa, which built incredible houses. It was Soda is, I believe, the name, and they built like huge villas all over the world, mainly in South Africa, but I was inspired by one in Los Angeles which they were planning on building, and those pictures were so on fleek, they were beautiful, and I was inspired by their fancy modern villas to build something like this, and this is what came out of it. It's definitely, yeah, it's not like inspired by one of their designs, but it's more like their fancy concepts that they have that inspired me to build like something fancy and industrial as well. But it's not that I took like one of their designs, because yeah, I don't really like recreating original buildings yeah, in The Sims 4, unless it's like something famous like the White House, which I am planning on building, and for instance also the Home Alone house, which I've built around Christmas, which was really cool in my opinion, and insanely many people watched that video for my channel. It was like 40,000 views on the first part and 30,000 views on the second part. Especially those views on the second part are insane, because normally like way more people watch the first part than the second part, but for some reason very many people watch the second part as well, which is a good sign, because it means that they also like the first part. But yeah, I'm really happy with this house, and that's also because I've really spent much effort into it actually, because I've really done my best to yeah, go into detail with everything and think about everything, and not just get the easy way out and make the design. But sometimes I kind of forget, or I'm too lazy to add like chairs for the exterior, or add a very detailed interior. Very many people always say that the interior of my houses aren't that good. That's true, but that's mainly because I simply don't put that much effort into it, because I've built the entire interior or exterior already by then, and then I'm starting to get kind of bored. I want to start something new, so I want to finish it quickly. What I'm currently working on, that's always what it goes like actually. But this time I have also taken quite some breaks between every building session, simply because I had to work in school as well. But in the end, I think therefore it really turned out to look cool, and I hope you like it as well. Please let me know in the comments down below if you do, and also subscribe if you've not seen any video of me yet. And yeah, if you subscribe, you see any video that I upload in your subscription box. And I make like news videos, but also these kind of speed builds, obviously, let's builds at times, also room builds, and I every now and then try to make a let's play, but often that kind of fails. But yeah, currently I'm having one with Martin Garrix in it, but I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to finish that. But yeah, I guess that's basically kind of the description of my channel. But furthermore, this house, because we kind of have to talk about the house as well, because that's in the end what I kind of always forget to talk about, and then people comment, okay, you've talked a lot during the video, but you've literally not said anything about the house. Well, in this case, it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. It has a very industrial kitchen and living room. It also has a home gym, which I found pretty cool to add. And then furthermore, that's basically it, I believe. Is that it? Yep. It has an awesome pool, as you can see over there, a hot tub on the roof or on the first floor on kind of the balcony. And yeah, I just think because I really put much effort into every detail of this house, that it really turned out to look cool. And it's pretty big as well for my normal standards, or kind of for what it has been lately, because I simply did not have that much time to build huge things. And still, this one is not huge, but it would be considered like a huge villa in real life. And in The Sims, you can always make it bigger, but this is, in my opinion, quite a big house, so that's perfectly fine. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it. So also leave any suggestions for houses that I should build. Is there any famous house that I should build from like a movie or a series that you're watching, or from like a famous actor? Please let me know, because in that way I can maybe do some research into that and make a house like that, because in that way maybe I can also start a new series like the Around the World building series, because really insanely many people like that. I personally really enjoyed it as well, because I got to discover very many new styles, and I got to discover very many new items in the game as well, which I would normally never click on, but now I had to click on it just to find out whether it would fit the style of the country I was building for. And yeah, it really made me more interactive with you as well, because I would be able to build houses from your countries, which was really much fun. So therefore, I was really happy with that series. It's still continuing, no worries. But I would love to have like an extra series running, maybe if a well-known houses series or a well-known building series like the White House and the Home Alone house, like I mentioned previously. Something like that is one of the possibilities. But if you have anything else, any other suggestions, that would be epic, because in that way I would be able to start a series, and then, you know, we can kind of grow the channel, because it's 2016. This should be the year that I'm reaching 100,000 subscribers, but I have to have like a subscriber rate which is going pretty quickly in order to reach that, like 100 subscribers a day, which is definitely reachable, but I will have to work kind of hard on that in order to reach it. But 100k would be like the ultimate goal. I think if I reach that, at that moment I'll be like, okay, I can still continue, but actually the ultimate goal has been reached, and it's just insane to think about that. But that would be awesome. So maybe before the end of the year that will happen. But I'm just kind of figuring out in what way I want to make my channel a little bit different, because there's so many Sims channels on YouTube nowadays. That it's kind of hard to get your own style. But I'm just trying to do so with like different series, and really focusing on building, which is what I do, and also news videos, of course. But I want to bring the quality up of the news videos as well, with like a cooler intro. But the point is with news videos that I cannot come up with the intro by the time the news has been announced, because then I want to bring out the news to all of you. But then I cannot like work on like a new intro or anything like that. So therefore, it's kind of hard to work on something a little bit more fancy. for that, but I just have to make a template, I guess, and then I can complement that into every news video, but still it will be a little bit more fancy, a little bit more, just simply higher quality. So yeah, also a new stuff pack is releasing next week. I'm not sure when you're watching this, maybe you're watching this like in August. Well, in that case, it has been released long ago already, but if you're watching this in February, on the 9th of February, a new stuff pack called the Romantic Garden stuff pack, that's it, will release. It has garden items. It's kind of based on Valentine's Day. And after that, we'll most likely get a game pack. And I must say I'm much more excited for that one, though we have no idea yet what it will be, but I'm very curious what kind of game pack it will be, because, you know, game packs are always quite a bit bigger than stuff packs are, so therefore I'm very curious what it will contain, because with what was the outdoor retreat, that was the name of the first one, we got like an entire new small world, which was epic, and quite some new trees and items in general, which was just very helpful. But therefore I'm very curious what we'll get with another new game pack if one comes out. Maybe we'll get like animals, but I think animals and toddlers are things that, well, toddlers will be added in an update, I expect, because they will definitely make toddlers, because otherwise people will always keep complaining about it until like The Sims 5, and that's not what they want. But animals is something that will definitely be added in like some kind of pack, because it's not really essential in order to have it. But I think they will make an expansion pack out of that, because so many people would want it that they are like happy or fine with paying $40 for that, which is not the same for, well, toddlers would be the same, but they would be really into money if they would make that an expansion pack, I think, because you cannot add like, in an expansion pack, you cannot add like some kind of live phase, in my opinion. That would be really strange. Therefore I don't think that is what they'll be doing. But a game pack is often just some kind of random edition, kind of. Definitely not insanely big, but it is pretty cool. So therefore I'm very curious what this will be. But you know, I don't get like early information on this, or at least not this soon. So therefore I have no idea yet. I can't tell you anything. But of course subscribe, because if you do or if you did already, then you'll be one of the first to find out when a new game pack or expansion pack has been announced, because I'll always make a video about it with like the trailer or like screenshots analysis, and in that way you'll kind of have a little bit more information on what will be coming out in The Sims 4 and when and how, and whether you should get it or not, or just my advice on that or my opinion on that. So yeah, just also in the comments let me know what you think of my videos in general and what I could make better, because I've talked about it a lot in this video, that I'm trying to make my channel a little bit better and trying to reinvent it, I guess. And one of the ways in which I want to do it is just making the quality even better, because I always do my best to have like high quality videos, but of course you cannot always make as high quality videos. But I want to kind of really do my best to have like nearly always really high quality videos, and I think with this one it's pretty good and I'm really happy with it, but I should do this even more often. But just general series or anything that I should change, please let me know, because in that way we'll be able to work it out. And also SketchUp will become a little bit of a more big part, just a bigger part of my channel, because very many people say they like it, and not just random people like who don't really like Sims but just only watch for the SketchUp videos, but also people who like the Sims videos say they enjoy the SketchUp videos, and that's a really good sign in my opinion, because that means that they will watch it as well, and that I'm kind of even bringing SketchUp to like a bigger audience in that way, though SketchUp has never contacted me about that. But oh well, maybe ever they will, but most likely not. They seem to not reply to anything if I send it to them, but oh well. Here you start to see the industrial look with like those really cool industrial lights, and also that split leveling part over there with here I'm also adding very many spotlights kind of things, which in my opinion added a cool effect, and it's very modern yeah, simple but very modern kitchen, and therefore very industrial. It's very rough, kind of with those black stone, yeah, counterpieces. I'm really happy with it, and I went for quite a simple layout for the walls with no color in it. I added color with like chairs or couches in this way, and also added those, what do you call those, poofs? I'm not sure whether you call it like that, or whether those, yeah, at least those round flower shaped sitting chairs kind of things. I'm really happy that they came out with the last stuff pack. Was it a stuff pack? Yeah, it was a stuff pack. I forgot the name. Let me think about it. It was the Bohemian. Oh yeah, it was the movie stuff pack. That's it. A movie hangout stuff pack, I believe the name was. It came with that one, and yeah, it really gives that modern industrial look, kind of hipster look. Yeah, it really adds to that in my opinion. So therefore I was really happy with it, and I added it in this house. This was the first time I got to use them, simply because yeah, normally what did I want to say? I kind of forgot my sentence there. What I want to say is that I just simply did not have the ability to build a house yet since that stuff pack came out. So therefore I was really happy to be able to use it right now. Yeah, this country is kind of going all over the place, I have the feeling, simply because I've got so much to talk about, and I just want to communicate with you. And I'm planning, by the way, to make like a live stream as well, or do some live streams every now and then, especially for the Let's builds, because in that way you'll be able to give feedback to me directly, and we'll be able to communicate a little bit more. So please let me know what you think of that. I have the plan to do it on Twitch, simply because live streaming on Twitch simply works a little bit better, but yeah, I'm not sure yet how that works or what that works like, so therefore I guess I'll have to figure that out, and then that's going to be cool. But please let me know what you think of that. Would you watch it? I'll kind of try to do it at like a good, yeah, for Australia it's always kind of hard to have a good time for them, but it will most likely be like 5 p.m. in UK time, and that's like yeah, okay, that's kind of early for the US, of course. Yeah, it's always hard with all those time zones to figure it out, but once I have found out how to live stream, I guess I'll be able to find like a good schedule for that as well, though it will definitely be all over the place. But at least if some people watch it, they'll be able to give me feedback, and the Let's Build will be better already, so I guess that would be perfectly fine. Here we're already on the second floor, by the way. I finished the simple gym because I thought it would be cool to have a gym in your house, because recently I've started going to the gym, and back when I was younger and I would go to a hotel, we would always, or nearly, yeah, kind of always have like a gym in the hotel, and I would just see it as something you would go to for fun, but I didn't understand that people would really go there to keep up their exercising. But now I go to the gym, I can definitely imagine that people really want to have a home gym just because it's really helpful and just much more private. But yeah, a home gym is definitely not accessible for everyone. But you know, this is kind of a big luxurious mansion, so it's definitely possible there. But we're very close to the end of this video now, so don't forget that you can download this house from the gallery. Look for Origin ID Dutch Sims Master. Always yeah, leave comments on what you thought of the video, so also this time. And then I hope you enjoyed the overview, which I think turned out really cool. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back later.